21. Ivan the Terrible and his son. In a fit of uncontrollable rage, Russian Tsar Ivan IV, better known as Ivan the Terrible, struck his own son, Ivan Ivanovich, with a staff during an argument. The blow was fatal. Realizing what he had done, Ivan the Terrible fell into despair, weeping over the body of his heir. The tragedy left Russia without its most capable successor. 22. The assassination of Julius Caesar. On the Ides of March in 44 BCE, Julius Caesar entered the Roman Senate unaware of the betrayal awaiting him. A group of senators, including his close ally Brutus, stabbed him 23 times. As he fell, he is said to have uttered the words, "At you, brute." His death ended the Roman Republic and paved the way for the Roman Empire. 23. The fall of Constantinople. In 1453, Sultan Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror, brought an end to the Byzantine Empire. With massive cannons and relentless assaults, his army breached the walls of Constantinople. The great city, once considered eternal, fell in just 53 days. This marked the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a global power. 24. Richard the Lionheart's fatal wound. King Richard I of England, known as Richard the Lionheart, was a fearless warrior who led crusades across the Holy Land, yet his death came not in glorious battle, but during a minor siege in France. He was struck by a crossbow bolt fired by a boy. The wound turned gangrenous, and the mighty king died in agony. 25. The execution of Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII of England, changed the course of history by leading to England's break with the Catholic Church. Yet her story ended in tragedy. Accused of treason and adultery, she was executed at the Tower of London. With a single stroke of the sword, her life and reign ended. 26. Rasputin's bizarre death. Grigory Rasputin, the mysterious advisor to Russia's last Tsar, seemed impossible to kill. Conspirators poisoned him with cyanide, yet he survived. They shot him multiple times, he still lived. Finally, they bound him, threw him into an icy river, and only then did he die. His bizarre end fueled the myth of his supernatural powers. 27. The burning of Joan of Arc. At just 19 years old, Joan of Arc led French armies to victory against the English during the 100 Years' War, but captured by her enemies, she was put on trial for heresy. Declared guilty, she was burned alive at the stake in Rouen. Centuries later, the church declared her a saint, turning her tragic death into eternal glory. 28. The death of Attila the Hun. Attila, the fearsome leader of the Huns, terrorized Europe with his conquests. But his death shocked everyone. On his wedding night, he suffered a severe nosebleed and choked to death in his sleep. The man who had terrified empires met his end not on the battlefield, but in bed. 29. Emperor Commodus the Gladiator. Roman Emperor Commodus shocked Rome by fighting as a gladiator in the arena. Though he always won thanks to rigged matches, his behavior scandalized the empire. Eventually, a conspiracy of senators and even his mistress plotted his assassination. He was strangled to death, ending the bizarre reign of Rome's gladiator emperor. 30. The tragic end of Emperor Maximilian of Mexico. In the 1860s, Napoleon III of France installed Archduke Maximilian of Austria as Emperor of Mexico. But his reign was doomed from the start. Abandoned by France and betrayed by Mexican conservatives, he was captured by Republican forces. In 1867, he faced a firing squad, meeting his end on foreign soil far from his homeland. And that concludes part 3 of 50 astonishing historical events. From betrayals and tragic deaths to shocking twists of fate, history continues to prove that truth is often stranger than fiction, but this is only the beginning. In part 4, we'll uncover even more unbelievable tales of emperors, queens, and warriors whose lives ended in ways you would never expect. Stay tuned.